Hello. True North has all families of veterans and really anybody who cares about veterans and their welfare and general just life and living. Welcome to this live. I just wanted to come on here and have a brief conversation with regard to many complaints that have been going on to do with veterans, to do with your ability to support yourself and your family. For those who know and are well aware, you know that the work that has gone into providing psychological rehabilitation, a bit of economic training for the purposes of economic independence, the learning of new skills and the translations of already existing skills into doing jobs that are commercially viable in the general market. And so many issues have arisen from there, which, of course, at the end of the day, led to the advocacy work for the military veteran. I think I explained the journey about that in the videos. I think the video before this one, if I'm not wrong. And at the end of the day, it's very important that you too have the information about what you can do to ensure that there has to be an elevation of what veterans care about and how they can be able, or we can be able, to get what is duly owed to us, what is deserved, what has been paid for by freedom, by time, by life. It's your right. So many of these things that have to do with not getting a board being done before you were discharged, being discharged on medical grounds, and receiving a very low percentage that really you can't sustain on, the lack of a proper system that allows you to get a medical evaluation after 7 years, as it is put down. There are a lot of complaints also about people going to get their deaf miss cards, being given the option of withdrawing when they've not fully paid, instead of actually being informed that they can pay up what they owe for 7 years. And just a lot of things that are not up to par with being able to treat with dignity, and I dare say human dignity, to people who've really given themselves in the service of this country. And I mean, it's a lot for people taking up to 5 years, 2 years. They haven't been paid their benefits, whether it's gratuity, whether it's your pension, whether it's your lump sum, nothing has been paid. And I've seen how families have been devastated, and really just how soldiers and now veterans have become extremely desperate. And of course, the capacity is very overwhelming for True North. And my reason for coming on here is to make sure that I point you in the right direction so that you can be able to register your how you feel violated, because there are many other things that I can't be able to say here, but you know them. But also, as a human being, if you've been violated, you know when you've been violated. So, for all those things that you would like to see not happen to anybody else, maybe it's too late for you because nobody was able to make an external complaint that translated to something that became a requirement and a necessity that was going to actually help to protect you. So actually what I'm saying is that you doing what I'm about to ask you to do might actually help people who come after you. And I'm sorry that the people before you didn't do something that would have prevented any form of violation that happened to you. I won't break down the meaning of violation. Like I said, if something wounds your heart, because whether it is systemic, whether it is institutional, whether it's from a person from their personal capacity, it's a violation. It needs no definition. And like I said, as True North, we lack the capacity to be able to take everyone on. And the quest for that led me to search high and wide, high and low. And I have incredible partners. But I honestly feel that the perfect match and the perfect fit for this particular matter of recording your violation of human rights, and where I believe deep in my heart that we can be able to see a change over time, if not immediately, then in the midterm and the long term, is our own National Commission for Human Rights. I know I've said national, and guys are like, what? No, give them a chance. These guys have come a long way, and I believe they are moving in a direction that is extremely helpful to what I'm talking about. It may not be perfect, but I believe it is progressive, and that is what matters. And that's what we are all building towards. So for all your complaints that you have, if you can be able to make it personally to go to their offices, please do. If you want to just write an email, you can write them. You can write to complaint@knchr.org. I'll repeat that again. Write your email to complaint@knchr.org. Okay, let them know what it is that has happened. Let them know what it is you'd like to see happen after you talk to them, after what you've talked to them. Tell them your story, because now we are at a point where we are compounding all these violations that internally there's been a lack of willingness to actually bring some humanity into it. So wherever you are, you are worthy of human treatment. You are worthy of belonging. You are worthy of being bestowed what is rightfully owed onto you. So feel free to write the complaints, and we shall figure out the next steps. So there is no you know, I'm not saying that you can't do this next year. I'm not saying you can't do it next week. Do it when you want to do it. Okay, thank you so much. I'm hoping everyone is in the best spirits that you can possibly fathom, depending on what your circumstance and what your situation is at this particular time. I am always wishing you well, and my prayer is for those who are in active service to be able to grow some empathy for those people who come to you and it's been 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, and they haven't gotten their benefits yet. You're not accessible, you're not reachable, you're not available. What I wish you could do was turn that around. Be reachable, be accessible, and be helpful. Don't be dismissive, and help those people who need the help, because even for you, it's just a matter of time. So thank you all so much, and baraka 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 tele. Okay, bye.